Well, how did you come up with these parenting guidelines?
I was watching my niece and nephew when they were younger. And, as most kids do, they were whining about something. And I said, Aunt Edie drinks wine. She doesn't listen to wine. And that's when sort of the
Right.
first aha moment came up to me. I was like, oh, you know what? Wine, wine. And then I started thinking more and more about the parallels, right? Like, fermenting, the process of fermenting, which I'll read a chapter at some point because that's one of my favorite chapters. Is you don't want your kids to ferment. Fermenting is when you turn from sugar to alcohol. So when you think of sugar, it's sweet, to alcohol is sort of harsh. That's about teaching your kids manners. You don't want them to be harsh and biting. So then I just started to think more and more about these wine parallels and have fun with it and lean into it.
Welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children, have all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
Join us as we share secrets and stories about being women, wives, and mothers.
We welcome you to laugh along, learn something new, reach out, and join our conversation.
So let's jump in.
What's up, fishes?
What's up, fishes?
You guys, I'm back. My voice is stronger today.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like
sound
feeling
good.
human.
I'm glad you're back, Nance.
Yeah,
I
that's
ended
good.
up in the doctor's office over the weekend with pneumonia, but a little antibiotics, and I'm good to go.
Yeah,
Kathy, I'm
I
like
love
you.
it.
I'm like puffing on an inhaler.
I know, I'm sorry. Inhalers are the worst.
Well,
How's everybody
least-
doing?
At least you're doing good. Yeah, we're good here. All of our kiddos are home from school, so our house is buzzing. We're getting ready for company, doing all the things, getting ready. The big holiday.
Same. I've been cleaning like a fool. My middle's home, so he's good. Happy to have him. He actually made some peanut brittle last night and burnt it. I was like, what is that smell in
Yeah.
the kitchen?
I love that Trevor loves peanut brittle so much that he like makes it on his own. I mean, I think peanut brittle is kind of hard. It's tricky because you have to get the
is.
temperature just right.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
our
good for him.
stove is hot. I said, Trevor, you can't cook
Yeah.
this on high.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes a little bit of practice.
But they were cute. Honestly, they were cute. My youngest was helping him, and they had the Christmas music going, and I was like, there's like a lot
Aw.
of cheer happening out here. It was awesome.
So, Kathy, I love that Trevor loves to make peanut brittle. And I feel like I only eat our peanut brittle. So the Kuntz's peanut brittle.
I think it is special. Like, I love it like Trevor. I have a problem with it. I could have it all year long and I'd be happy. But
Yeah.
it is, cumbersome to make. So I get why Trevor burnt it because it is a little technique sensitive. But I actually think it's better than C's Candy, which is like a California-based company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Like Peter used to
Yeah,
always
it
bring
is.
that home. Like that was his family's like treat when his dad used to work in California. He'd bring it home to the family, and so now
Mhm.
C's has kind of expanded, and you can get it anywhere
Everywhere,
in the States.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think ours is better than theirs.
Yeah,
If
I
have
agree.
to say.
I'm not
I
sure
mean-
exactly. It's not that complicated of a recipe. And I'm not sure what makes it so special, but it is actually incredibly good. So,
Well,
Yeah.
you guys, maybe this is a good segue to get people to join our show, to join the
Subscribe.
pod and subscribe. So let's post this recipe, our famous peanut
Our
brittle
secret recipe.
the secret.
I
So
mean,
how do you
this is big
subscribe?
stuff.
3littlefishes.com/show notes. 3littlefishes.com/show notes. All you have to do is give your email and we will post our family's peanut brittle recipe. Okay, you guys, on today's show, we're going to talk about the buzz, and then we have a special interview with Danielle Frank. She just wrote a new book, and it's called A Wine Lover's Guide and Parenting.
No, that's not the name.
Guide to parenting.
It's to parenting.
Okay, her book title is A Wine Lover's Guide to Parenting, The Fine Art of Wine, and Wine Management.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
So
stuff. I
it will
like
be
it.
it'll be a fun interview.
Yeah.
And then of course,
That's
what's
great.
for dinner? Okay, what's the buzz?
Well, Rob Reiner.
Yeah. How sad.
I know the world's really grieving. They were a lovely family. Their reputation was stellar. And he was a brilliant director, humanitarian. We're like, it's rattling, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
it is.
terrible.
Well, I mean, it's always horrible when you lose an artist of that caliber. But I think the more troubling, like shocking thing is that they were murdered in their house,
By their
allegedly by
son.
their son.
Yeah.
So it's just hit after hit. So
That has to
we're
be,
our biggest condolences to their family and friends, and
it wasn't like
it's a real loss.
I think it had to do with a knife, which is very like, there has to be some very much anger involved in
Yeah.
someone to
Intimate.
stab somebody, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I think that there's
Sad.
supposedly a lot of addiction and mental health issues. And, addiction it's terrible and it rewires the brain and it's no good. So our hearts go out to them. And
Yeah, I feel bad for their kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sad.
all right, I also just want to say this is really, it means to what we just talked about, nothing, but finals have hit our house here at our house. We're in finals. Our son is totally, you can't look at him in the eyes. He's in such a bad mood.
Mhm.
I say
Yeah.
good morning and he's like, what? Like,
How
it
dare
is
you?
just,
How dare you?
how
say-
dare you make any eye contact or talk to me whatsoever? So I hope we survive this week of finals. And if you're in my same
Almost
boat,
over.
Yeah,
I'm with
there's
you.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know,
everybody's
it's
in
hard. It's a
finals.
hard
So
week.
good luck, everyone.
It's a hard week on everyone.
And then the other thing happening here is, again, is it's not in the grand scheme of things, it's not that deep, but we chose to get a live tree. I like getting a fresh cut tree, Christmas tree that we put in our house every year.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
right
it.
behind you. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I think about
Yeah.
Mr. Willoughby's Christmas tree. I love
Yeah.
it. I want to bring it
Yeah.
in the house. But what I don't love are the needles. And my cat is obsessed with my tree. Loki is attacking the bottom of it. And the amount of mess I'm finding every morning is crazy to me. She is a nut. She can't leave it alone.
So this is why I actually don't understand why you still get a live tree or a real tree. It's not live, a real tree, because you're such a neatnik. I can't believe you live with all the needles. You either, Kathy.
I just wanted to say one thing about Loki. Didn't you say she's also drinking the water out of the tree?
Oh, yeah. And she's drinking the tree water. So not only it's also upsetting her tummy. So it's like, what are you doing?
That's
like
so
there's water
gross.
everywhere in the house, but she only wants the icky tree water.
Oh boy.
I kind of agree. I do not like the needles, but I do have a live tree because I love the smell of it, even though my
Yes.
allergies don't like it. It's like a double whammy.
It's kind of like you have a dog too. You have allergies, but you refuse to go dogless.
I have something is wrong with me.
I mean, there's candles that smell like the forest.
No, it's not the same.
It is. It's almost exactly the same fragrance. All
not
you have
the
to do is
same.
light it, or even just set it out. It works. And you don't have to clean anything up. Like our tree comes in, it's like in its own little bag, and we roll it upstairs and we take it out of its bag and we plug it in,
Linda,
and it's instantly lit and
it
perfect
doesn't have
every
to be
single year.
perfect.
It's beautiful.
So I actually this year got Miracle Grow for the Christmas tree. I saw it at the store and I was like, does that work? Because we have had years where our live Christmas tree has barely made it to Christmas.
Yeah.
Where all
So tell
the
me,
needles have fallen and I'm like, it looks
Yeah.
like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
I know, and they
So
say
I
it's
was
a
like,
wives' tale. They say it's a wives' tale that none of that stuff works. So
but
I
I want
haven't
to tell you,
tried it.
today, so we've had our tree for 2 weeks and I've been feeding it every day with a capful of this Miracle Grow. I mean, I've been spilling it a little bit too on Easter. It's not easy to water the tree, but anyway.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I have faithfully been watering it, and I looked today because I was like, I knew we were doing this podcast, and I'm like, I need to have a report. I'm going to tell you, I don't have hardly any needles.
Oh.
Like it's a miracle, like literally.
Hence the name,
So-
Miracle Grow.
So your tree is a real tree.
Yes.
And you put this in your water, it's like a powder or something. You put in the water, and
it's a liquid. It's like
it's a liquid. Okay, and you put it in the water, and then the tree supposedly sucks it up, and it keeps it more healthy. So your tree is cut. It's not a live tree with like the bulb.
It's a cut.
Like,
it's a cut live.
It's a
tree.
cut real tree. Okay.
Yes.
You know, there is that thing where you can rent a live tree that gets dug up and it's bound and it's like live, and they bring it to your house and you take care of it. And then when the season's over, they take it away, and I assume they replant it for another time.
Oh.
I mean, people, get an artificial tree that's pre-lit. It makes life so much easier.
So Linda, I've
I don't know
actually
what
thought
you guys are doing.
I've actually thought about this live tree stuff, but the problem is, you guys, I have the opposite of a green thumb. I kill even potted plants. Like Tim even has made a joke. He's like, you have the thing that's the opposite of a green thumb. I literally kill everything.
I think it's called a black thumb.
Yeah, is that a real thing? Is that
You
a real
might need
thing?
a live tree, Nancy, that just gets taken away.
And
I wonder if you have to pay a penalty. Like you've rented the live tree and you kill it. Like, is there a penalty for that?
Probably.
Like, it costs you $200 to rent it, and then you killed it, so then you owe them another $200 or something. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know how it works.
That would be my luck. You know who would probably have good luck with this? Kathy, because you do have a green thumb. So maybe you should try it next year.
I do have a green thumb, yeah. Don't jinx me, though. Don't jinx me.
Before we move on to the show, I just want to remind, if anybody has littles that are listening in the car, we're going to be talking about some sensitive Christmas information as we move forward. So you might want to pause this next part.
Yeah.
So
Kathy?
let's talk about Elf on a Shelf. Are we for it or are we against it?
So we did it. And it was fun. But I will say I would wake up in the middle of the morning, like at 5 a.m. in a cold sweat, forgetting to have moved the elf.
I know.
I would be like, oh my gosh. And then I had to come up with all these lies about like why the elf didn't move and all that stuff. So we do have a boy elf and a girl elf, and they are sitting on a shelf and they're kind of looking at everybody. But I mean that
is
time
funny.
was, like, long past.
I didn't even know you could get
fun.
a girl or a boy elf.
Tim and I must be super lame because from the jump, we were like, we are not doing Elf on a Shelf. That is one pressure I do not need. I do not need to have one more thing for me to have to do to like frantically make Christmas magic. Like we just refuse to do it. And he actually looked at me dead in the face when we talked about it. And he was like, if you insist on doing this, you're doing this all by yourself. I refuse to have to do one more thing. To have to like, it's too much pressure. And like, we have friends that have these elaborate, every single day they're taking pictures of like these elaborate, like the elves in cereal, the elves in a toilet, the elves doing, I mean,
I think the elf in the toilet is nasty.
I think it's like incredible because people have put together like little books, like little idea books and stuff like that.
We have the elf, and we also have a reindeer that's his friend. So, and we've had it for years, and I feel the same. Like it's a lot of pressure because we have forgotten the elf magic in the middle of the night, and I've been like, oh my gosh. And our elf,
have you gotten up in the middle of the night? Have you gotten up in the middle of the night?
I have before. I have, yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
But this year our elf hadn't made an appearance till today, so I'm not sure where it's been. He got delayed somehow. But he arrived today, so I hope my kids like it.
Maybe the elf went to college and he got lost on his way home.
Yeah, maybe he was at the bar. The elf was at
Too
the
much
bar.
eggnog.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Too much eggnog.
I think the elf is fun. The only thing I do not like, which my husband showed me last night, and I was like, and he was really obsessed about it. He was like, "Have you seen these elf Instagrams with they're freaking out the kids because the elf is like
Yes.
doing bad things
Oh,
Yes.
and making the kids
Yes.
cry?"
what
Yes.
kind of
I'm like-
bad things?
I don't like
Like-
that either. And I don't like it. I don't like those videos of the Grinch coming and like scaring everybody.
Yeah, it's
No,
the same
it is
kind
crazy.
of thing. Well, one of
It's
it
not-
was the elf was in the toilet, and I
It's
think
not
they had
Mary.
like Fruit Loops or something, and the kid was like, "You want me to get the elf out of the toilet?" And like the kid was like, "Ah!"
Oh,
So no, I don't think the elf should be a nasty elf. Like it's supposed to be fun.
that's not joyous. That is not
Yeah.
celebration.
That's not
like, not
holiday-ish,
Mary. No,
right?
I agree. Yeah.
If you choose to do it, hopefully it brings you joy. That's what it's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to like
Yeah.
tick up the joy.
Yeah,
I
let's
just
be
chose,
joyful.
You've heard it here.
and we also just want to mention that Hanukkah has started. So for our friends that celebrate Hanukkah,
Yeah, happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Bring the light.
Okay, you guys, let's jump in. Today we have a special guest, Danielle Frank. Do you guys remember that book, Go the F to Sleep?
Yes.
I do.
So she
was
thought
so
it'd be
funny.
fun to kind of to pair wine terminology and parenting.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
she's self-promoting this book, and we thought it'd be fun to have her on.
Yeah, great.
Let's take a listen. Today, our guest is a newly published author, Danielle Frank. She wrote this cute coffee table book called A Wine Lover's Guide to Parenting. And since the fishes love wine and we're all parents, we thought it'd be fun to have her on the show. Welcome, Danielle.
Thank you. Thank you all so much
Danielle.
for having me.
Yeah, we're happy to have you.
You guys have such a fun podcast. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh.
Oh, that's sweet.
So before we get into it, where are you zooming in? Like, where are our listeners hearing you from?
I am in Santa Monica, California.
So you're a West Coaster like me.
I'm a West Coaster. Yeah, I migrated from New York 23 years ago. So that's why I was sick last week, because I went back to New York and I can't handle the cold anymore.
Yeah.
I am over it.
Yeah, I think that there is something to it. Our blood has gotten thinner.
Yeah.
I feel the same way when I go back to the Midwest.
100%. I went to college in Wisconsin. I grew up in New York. I know cold, but I'm such a wimp now. I mean, here it's so funny. Our winter, it's like 50 in the morning when I'm walking the dog, but like if you see me out, I'm in Uggs and like a puffer. Not to be
Yeah.
dramatic. It's cold for us now.
I know. I live the
get
same
it.
way.
I live in Philadelphia, and we got snow, our first snow, like 5 inches, and it's freezing.
Oh yeah, you guys
So
got hit hard. My sister
I'm
still,
like bundled up.
she's in New Jersey, and I've been seeing all the pictures of everybody being snowed in.
It's pretty, but I don't like it either.
So Danielle, talk to us a little bit about your book. It's sort of like a fun, tongue-in-cheek book about parenting and wine, and it kind of uses the same wine lingo for parenting. Tell us a little bit about how you came up with that idea.
Sure. Yeah, I've worked in the wine and spirits industry for over 20 years, even though I'm only 21. I know, do the math, it's crazy. Yeah, and I also, I've always had this creative outlet of writing that I enjoy. And working in the wine and spirits industry, I love wine. I love the idea of making wine knowledge accessible, approachable, fun. And about 13 years ago, I was engaged to be married, and my fiance, ultimately, I realized, didn't want more kids. He has kids from his first marriage, and I really wanted kids. But we broke it off because I realized he ultimately didn't want kids. And, I sort of dove my, heart into this book as sort of an homage to, parents around me. I'm very close with my niece and nephew, and I'm Aunt Danielle to so many of my friends' kids. So it was sort of, an homage to everybody I see around me, and channeling my nurturing, not ultimately having gone on that path motherhood myself, channeling that motherhood, that nurturing into a love letter to mothers and parents out there everywhere to,
Yeah.
to have a laugh about it. Like, give yourself the, permission to laugh, and to permission to not take it so seriously. Obviously, it's a very serious role. But yeah, this book is written like a children's illustrated book. So as you can see, it's illustrated. It
Yes.
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah.
it looks like a children's book. It all rhymes, but it's
Yeah.
not made for kids. It's made for adults,
Mhm.
as it
Mhm.
parallels how to raise your kid well to wine
Mhm.
terminology. And every time I use a definition, use a wine terminology, I get the definition to educate the reader as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I actually love the illustrations. I thought they were well done.
The guy
They
that I
are.
found to do the illustrations just nailed it out of the park. Like, I sent him my book,
Yeah.
and I was like, let me see your vision. I sent it to a few people, and I said, show me your vision for chapter 1. And this
Yeah.
guy, he's in Indonesia, and he just nailed it out of the park. So
Yeah.
I plan on using him again for my second iteration of the book, a Whiskey Lover's Guide to Dog Breeds.
Oh,
Oh, that's fun. So you already have a follow up in the works. That's amazing.
Yeah, I self-publish. I went through hybrid publishing with this book, which is sort of like self-publishing, but you're paying for everything, but you have a publisher guiding the process.
Okay.
So I certainly hope through all the promotion of this book, maybe a publisher, a proper publishing house will hear about the next book and want to do that one, as a collaboration. So yeah, it's fun to always keep working on the next project.
Yeah, I love that for you.
Yeah. How did you find an illustrator in Indonesia?
There's a site called Fiverr. I think it's called
Oh yeah.
Fiverr. Yeah.
Fiverr, yeah.
And so, yeah, somebody had told me about it. And so you can look at different, you type in what you're looking for, in this case, obviously an illustrator, and you can see
Mhm.
just samples of what they have up. So there's, a lot of people that have like anime illustrations. That's not the direction I was
Mhm.
going in. So I was finding people that were similar to the look that I was looking for. And then I reached out to 3 of them, paid them each to do chapter 1. And when I found this guy, Eris, I commissioned him for the whole book. He did such a good
Awesome.
job.
Yeah, it's really sweet. He did a nice job. It has a good vibe to it.
Did you find the journey of being a self publisher? What was that like? Was it exciting? Was it hard? What was that like to take that role on solo?
Yeah, so it's as I mentioned, I wrote this about 13 years ago. But I'm just, with all the life pivots I've taken career pivots, obviously relationship pivots. That's what life's about. And what I've learned along the process is really embracing the pivots and leaning into it, right?
Mhm.
It can be
Yeah.
very empowering. If you're just gonna wallow in the fact that things didn't happen as you planned, then how is that going to propel you forward on the path that you're on?
mhm.
And so on
Yeah.
this new journey, I wrote this 13 years ago, but at the time it was a little bit more difficult to, publishers don't want you unless you have an agent. Agents don't want you unless you've been published. And back then,
Right.
it seemed
Oh,
like, we didn't use the internet as much as we do these days. So back then it seemed like everybody had a different process. You had to send in your physical book. Everybody needed a different cover letter, this process, that process. So I shelved it for a while because it was very daunting. And then I've heard about this hybrid publishing model, and this has always been the project. I'm very good about trying to check everything off my life's bucket list. Like, I've always wanted to go on a game show, so I did that 2 years ago. I checked that off the
Oh,
list. Yeah, it was so much fun.
what game show?
$100,000 pyramid with Michael
That's
Strahan.
amazing. Did you win?
I went to the winner's circle. I won a little bit of money that Uncle Sam took most of, but it was just so fun. I mean, it was such a fun experience. Yeah, I got stumbled on like one or two of the clues, and now I lay in bed every night. I'm like, I should have said this, should have said that, of course.
Oh,
But it was so much fun. but after that too, it's, I was like, what's next on my bucket list? And this project was always something that I said, if I do nothing with this, it's going to plague me on my deathbed, because everybody that's read it
Yeah.
just always enjoyed it and loved it. So I knew I had to, get it out there in some capacity. And then once I started hearing more and more about hybrid publishing, because self-publishing sort of scared me a little bit. So this was a great learning experience. To your question, it's hard. It's still hard. The promotional tour I'm on, it's like I work every single day on top of my day job, trying to get this book out there, because I don't have a big publishing house behind me. So it's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun. I mean, it's fun to bring, your creation to life. I'm having a blast doing, like, a whole podcast circuit and doing all that. Like, it's so much fun, and it's so much fun to talk about this passion project of mine. But yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot.
I know. Well, we understand that, like being like our podcast, trying to promote it and get yourself out there. It's challenging, right? If you don't have like big backers or celebrities like backing you to get your name out there. So we can appreciate that.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I mean, yeah, of course. Like, I'm trying to get it in every celebrity's hands. I just signed up to do a celebrity gifting bag, included in celebrity gift bags for Mother's Day, which would be perfect for this. But then again, it's like, those things cost, everything adds up. And then you don't know who's gonna, like, you hope, a wing and a prayer, that somebody just loves it so much that they want to post it on their socials. So
Well, how did you come up with these parenting guidelines?
I mean, people have asked me, you're not a parent, right? But you don't need to be a parent to know good behavior in kids, in human beings, to know that kids and people should have manners, and to not talk back. But as I said, I mean, it's my not embarking on the path of motherhood. I found my village in other ways, and nurturing in other ways. And as I said, like, I'm very engaged in my niece and nephew's lives. And also, many of my friends' kids call me Aunt Danielle or Aunt Dee Dee. That's what my niece, she couldn't say Danielle when she was younger. So I've been Aunt Dee Dee ever since. So I'm Aunt Dee Dee to many a kids around these parts. But I was watching my niece and nephew when they were younger. And, as most kids do, they were whining about something. And I said, Aunt Dee Dee drinks wine. She doesn't listen to wine. And that's when sort of the first aha moment came up to me. I was like, oh, you know what? Wine. And then I started thinking more and more about the parallels, right? Like, fermenting, the process of fermenting, which I'll read a chapter at some point, because that's one of my favorite chapters, is you don't want your kids to ferment. Fermenting is when you turn from sugar to alcohol. So when you think of sugar, it's sweet, to alcohol is sort of harsh. That's about teaching your kids manners. You don't want them to be harsh and biting. So then I just started to, think more and more about these wine parallels and have fun with it and lean into it.
Well, one thing I really thought was kind of funny about your book is that it is so funny. Like, it's very witty, but as a parent, you have to be able to laugh with your kids and laugh about what goes on, because there is a lot of nonsense that goes on raising kids. And so I thought it was it was really clever the way you integrated the humor into some of the manners and good ideas for raising the kids. I thought that was really clever of you.
Thank you.
Enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I really think that humor is a survival for everything. It's especially whether humor is great during times of happiness, but also during periods of change or heartbreak or anything. And, and parenting, from everyone I've seen around me, that, it's a full-time job as well. And like I said, it's an homage to everyone around me that tells everybody you're doing a great job, but have a little laugh along the way.
Exactly.
So are you the fun aunt?
Oh, of course. I mean, you're right. I have the best job. I get to come in. My friend Micah and Nancy, their kid, he's off for holiday break. So I just booked us. We're going to do an escape room in 2 weeks, right? I get to come in, I'll pick them up, take them to lunch, do the escape room, and then I get to send them home when they're, tired and cranky and had too much candy, and I don't have to pay for college. It's like I get the best of everything.
It's great.
I mean,
Yes.
you're not, I mean, there is something to be said about that.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I dreamed of being a mother when I was younger. And as I said, unfortunately that path didn't come for me, but it's like I said, when you embrace the path that you are on, there's not a day that goes by that I'm sad that it didn't happen for me, because I've channeled that into so many other fulfilling
Mhm.
ways. And my dog gets to
Mhm.
have me mother him.
Yeah.
You had a lot of good tips in your book.
Mhm.
Especially, I thought one that struck out to me was the no bullying chapter.
That
Like you
one
talked
is
about that. And
people ask about like, what's my favorite chapter? I don't have a favorite because it's like picking a favorite kid, but that one I think is the
yeah,
most important chapter, because I just find it so disheartening. When you read on Instagram, granted this stuff has happened before, but
Yeah.
maybe we didn't hear about it as much because we weren't on social, but I do think it's happening more and more today. I mean, since 2001, I think the CDC has said it's like over 52% of kids that are taking their own lives from like 10 years old to 18.
I
Like,
know. It's
I just
yeah, I
can't
Yeah.
even
know.
imagine that. Like when I was 10 years
Yeah.
old, 13, 15, I was never even thinking about that. And
Correct.
it's so sad. So that chapter, is your kid a mulled wine? A mulled wine is one that's served, it's perfect for the holidays. So I include a recipe for
Mhm.
mulled wine in the book, which is very useful now, but a mulled wine is served heated. It's usually in a punch bowl. So this is about, is your kid heated? Does he pack a punch? Know who your kid is, not only in the home,
Yeah.
but most importantly outside the home. Are they bullying? Because that needs to be nipped in the bud immediately. It's so awful. And the
Mhm.
implications of what it does to the person that's being bullied is, it's just unimaginable.
I don't believe my children have ever been a bully. They've actually been bullied a little bit in school, but I'm just wondering, are there parents out there that are oblivious? And you definitely have to know your kids.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I've seen, I've had parents tell me that, not my kid. And, I'm sure it's hard. It's hard for parents to want to think that, want, they don't want to believe that their kids are doing that, but it's so important that you understand
Right.
if they are, you can nip it in the bud. You could rectify it.
As we're talking about, you have so many cute chapters in this book. We thought it'd be fun for you to share one of these chapters. Do you have a favorite one that you'd want to read?
Well, I love reading this one because, it just shows the style of the book, and it always ends with a good laugh, as every chapter in this book does. But this is a fun one. I mentioned this before. It's the lesson you don't want your kids to ferment. As I mentioned, it's fermenting is turning sugar into alcohol. So you think of something sweet turning into something harsh and biting. Manners, manners, manners are the key to it all. These lessons need to start even when they're small. Teach them this from day one before they start to crawl. You don't want your kid to be the sour grape in the bunch and turn into a spoiled brat that kids want to punch. When they start talking, make sure they know thank you and please, and to always say bless you when they hear someone sneeze. Please and thank you are an absolute must. Without that, your child's a total bust. There's nothing worse than a child who has behavior that is crude, because it'll continue as they're older and become someone who's rude. Please, people don't take kindly to and aren't nice to those with attitude, because it's very off putting and puts others in a bad mood, oftentimes causing confrontation and leads to a nasty feud. Wanting to put a little bit of poison in your child's food. Is that really how you want your kids to be viewed? Wouldn't you prefer that they're someone who's wooed? Without manners, they'll ferment and turn into someone harsh and biting. They may turn into a kid who's rude, obnoxious, and always fighting. So teach your kids some manners and to have some heart and soul. Without that, your kid may well turn into an a-hole.
Super cute and accurate.
Yeah.
So,
That's
poignant,
funny.
poignant lessons, but always ends with a laugh
Yes,
and a little bit of
lightheartedly.
wine
Yes,
along the way.
I like it. All right, so it's the holiday season. What's your favorite wine for opening a present?
Oh, well, I always love bubbles. I mean, I always start the day with a little champagne. It's sort of
Mhm.
it's my
Oh,
tradition. Just,
Mhm.
instead of a mimosa, just go straight into bubbles.
Mhm.
Like it.
It goes,
during the holidays or every day?
well, I wish I could do it every day, but particularly that's always my tradition. Christmas Day, when
Oh,
I'm opening the presents, there's usually the leftover cookies that I left for Santa from my dog. So I'll have a few of those. Well, I eat them at night, so he knows that Santa I literally do this with my
That's
dog like he's a kid.
Aw,
I make the
that's
cookies, I
cute.
eat them, and then there's some leftover. So I'll have them, with some champagne. And then I just love red wine with Christmas dinner. You can't go
Mm.
wrong with a nice Cabernet. I just went to a charity event and I bid on this French wine called Volnay. So yeah, anything rich and dark that feels warm for the holidays. I love a good red.
You speak of my language, girl. I like it.
Yeah,
But the mulled wine recipe is perfect for the holidays as well because it is served.
Yes.
So, can I tell you a little secret? I'm scared of mulled wine. I don't
Why?
know. Because I don't know if I've ever had a good one.
Well,
Is that
try the
possible?
recipe.
Am I just doing it
from my-
wrong?
Yeah.
Try
I
the
don't
recipe
know.
from my book and
All right.
hopefully you enjoy it. But it's like
Yeah.
anything, right? I mean, it's like a cocktail. Like I love bourbon cocktails. Some people don't. Some people like Cabernets. Some people don't like Cabernet. It's all subjective, You know
Right.
what you like, but maybe you'll like
Yeah. All right. Maybe I'll try this recipe. I'm always up for trying something new. What's your dog's name?
His name, if you've ever seen the show Parks and Recreation, his name is Burt Macklin.
Oh, funny.
Andy Dwyer had his alter ego, Burt Macklin, FBI. He only gets the Burt Macklin when he's in trouble. So it's just Burt or Birdie.
Yeah.
But when he's in trouble, it's Burt Macklin.
Oh,
Yeah.
she really broke up.
I love that show. That's such a good character.
Yeah.
What a cute name. So, Danielle, where do people find your book?
My book is online at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. It's great for
Okay.
parents, aunts, uncles.
It's a great little Christmas gift, maybe even a housewarming for like your mom's group.
And anybody that likes a good humor book or just wants to learn about wine, it really is for everybody. And especially baby showers, holiday gifts, it's great to pair it with a bottle of wine, or if you're going to a baby shower, pair it with a little onesie. It's great. Something for the baby and something for the mom.
So again, the name of the book is A Wine Lover's Guide to Parenting by Danielle Frank. You can find it on Amazon or barnesandnoble.com. And then we will put those links and your social on our show notes so people can find you too.
Thank you for coming on. We've really loved chatting with you, and we wish you all the success with this book. It's so cute.
Absolutely. And you ladies keep rocking what you guys are doing. It's great. Hope you have happy holidays. And thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun.
You guys go out and buy it. You can find it on Amazon. So girls, let me ask you, are you going to try the mulled wine recipe that was mentioned in the interview?
Probably not. I don't like mulled wine that much.
Unless Peter forces me. I'm not really a wine drinker, so no. But I think it's cool.
And if the fishes aren't that brave, but we would love to hear if anybody else tries it. Okay, what's for dinner? So I have been sick, as everybody knows, so we've done a lot of takeout. So last night I refused to do takeout, and I just threw something in a crock pot, and I'm going to share it because it turned out. So I threw some chicken breast in a crock pot, and I added some tomato sauce and some chili powder, some cumin, some onion, garlic, and I just set it on high for 2 hours, and then I cut it up and I threw it in tacos. Everybody thought that I had made this like delicious dinner, and it was literally, I just made it up and it was delicious. So
you MacGyvered your dinner. I love it.
If you're in a pinch, give it a try. We'll put it in the show notes. Okay, so one little thing that Kathy and I also want to mention, that we have Linda's birthdays today. It's her last birthday in her 50s. So we feel like in Fish's fashion that we have to give a little jingle to the original Fish. So if you guys can bear with us, here's a little jingle for Linda and her birthday. It's a birthday bash. Let's raise a cheer for someone with a heart that's crystal clear. Witty and charming, always on part. A spark in the room, they light up the joint. Helpful hands, they lend with grace. With a sixth sense for your needs, right time, right place.
With a dash of sass and a pinch of zest. They cook, they serve, oh, they're the best. Full of gusts, they entertain with flair. Everyone's gathering brighter when they're near. Loves to eat and whip up a treat. A chef in the kitchen, how sweet. The best older sister, loving and strong, guiding with wisdom all the day long. So here's to her birthday, bold and bright, with a good heart, good food, and pure delight. Happy birthday, Linda.
Happy birthday.
Oh, that was sweet. Thanks, girls. You guys make my birthday special every year. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Another decade.
Charming as always. Thank you.
We love you. You know that. We want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the subscribe button. You can access all of our show notes and all of our podcasts. And please share our podcast with other little fishes so we can grow. Have a wonderful weekend. Sisters out.